Yeah, you know what time it is. The Goodfellas is back in the building. You are now tuned into the recap with the Goodfellas podcast. We here. We doing what we do every week, chopping it up, breaking it down, everything that went down during the week. Man, there's so much has been going on. It's crazy, man. End of the year, 2020 is coming to a close. Thank God, you know what I'm saying? But yo, as we speak, in the whether it's entertainment, like there's so many trailers dropping. Hopefully we can get into that. So much is going on, but we wanted to talk, get into something that's uh, pressing right now, because let's be honest, you're probably watching this either on YouTube or Facebook right now. So it's it's very relevant because as of yesterday, they made an announcement about Facebook, and they about to go to court. But before we get into that, it's your boy Tommy Guns alongside my man Sha Montana.
What up?
Dav Noble AEP presents.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good?
My man Big A, what's good?
What's good, yo? What's good, yo?
Yo, this man flexed on him, yo. Flexed on him.
And of course,
Flexed
Rev Ya, Heritage Hip Hop, doing what he do.
I hate everything, so it's all good.
Yeah. Yo, so real quick, other day in the news,
man.
they announced that the government is attempting to break up Facebook. They consider them a monopoly. They said that their practice of buying startup companies while they're small in order to stifle competition has got them to the point when they're like an internet monopoly. You already know your boy Trump been hating on social media. As we speak, he's trying to slip something in like a defense budget for the country where they take away the freedoms. I think it's like Article 305 or something like that. Like the government is out for Facebook right now. What do you guys think? Do you think they're gonna break up Facebook? Can they? Should they? What do y'all think?
It just sounds like this huge push to break them up is.
Oh God!
What's up?
Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Debo died from Friday.
Did he really?
Today.
Don't say it was COVID related.
They didn't say yet. Yes, Tiny Lister.
Oh man.
We found him dead in his apartment today.
Oh, it's terrible.
2020 keeps whooping our ass. I'm sorry to interrupt the conversation, Dad. I'm sorry.
Where did you find that news out?
It's on TMZ. It's on the rap.com.
Oh yeah, TMZ. You know it's
on,
it's probably on Facebook.
Yeah, it's on Facebook. Yeah.
What you talking about?
So it's only right. So, Dad, as you were saying before, like the news just broke. What do you think? Should they? Can they break up Facebook? How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's hard to say, man, because Facebook. I understand that it's very powerful now. People take stuff they see on Facebook and they run with it. You can manipulate the news. And they've already been, I believe, proven to, like with algorithms, show you certain things and to get you to keep coming back. So it is very manipulative, even though it's a great place to stay in contact and share content and things like that. I do think there is something to look a little more into it when it has that much power to sway information. Mm-hmm. And even I know a lot of times the president was mad because a lot of the stuff that he put out there on Facebook got flagged and taken down. A lot of people were upset because a lot of the vaccine stuff that people put up there, like stuff was getting taken down. And so I get it. Security leaks and all that. So I know they own a lot of stuff. So my thing is, I wouldn't be against it if it was for the reason of breaking up the monopoly, like for real, because there was a danger. But I mean, my thing is, who really uses WhatsApp? Like, who really uses, what I mean? Like, what? Like, no one gets their news from Instagram. Like, what I mean? So I get some of that, but I think it's really about the power Facebook has to influence people and influence media more so then it seems like the news sometimes. Like people just get their news from Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's
I use WhatsApp, by the way.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, WhatsApp works, especially if you go overseas and you talk to people. Like, my son went to Greece. I talked to him on WhatsApp. You know what I mean? So it's not useless. I'm just saying that in terms of the monopoly, what they have a monopoly over, is it like I could see if they own Twitter and it was Facebook and Twitter, like then
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah, it's too much. They control too much. But I just feel like it's not on the up and up. I just
It's
think the
more
government
political than
yeah,
a
like it's
societal thing.
political. Yeah. And that if it's just straight political, then I got a problem with that, because that means whether you're Republican or Democrat, you can basically dissolve news sources at the whim if you are behind the seat of the presidency or behind the seat. I don't, that doesn't sit right with me in general. So I'm like, for that reason, I'm like, no, they shouldn't be able to dissolve it.
Yeah. Sha,
Bruh.
you're always a big proponent of freedom of speech, and the government's already got too much power. You need to watch out for them and conspiracy theories. What do you think? Do you think that if there's a need to break up Facebook? Do you think they should? Do you think the government is the right organization to make that determination? What do you feel about it?
I don't think that the government should make a determination on that. I believe that, if Facebook, I would say that things like that should be up to the people.
Mm-hmm.
If we think Facebook has too much power, there are other social media avenues
Mm-hmm.
or other sites and apps that we can use. We don't have to use Facebook. We choose to use Facebook.
Yeah. Shout out to Parler.
Sorry?
Shout out to Parler, the new conservative wannabe Facebook site they got that nobody's going to, other than like Trump fans.
Hey, if anything, we could bring back Black Planet. New and improved.
MySpace, what's up?
Yo, Black Planet is still around. The only thing it's not around is Mi Gente, because I did it for research purposes. Checked out mihente.com, and unfortunately, Mi Gente got dissolved back into blackplanet.com for research purposes. That's all.
I had some good business
research purposes.
Back in the day.
Okay.
Okay, so you feel like there's really no need because we choose. It's not like we're not forced to be on any social media, so it's not like they're forcing. It's not like somebody's controlling bread and water. Like it's a choice. So you feel like if it's that serious, we can make the determination just not to be on it.
Yeah, it's like Amazon. Like if you don't want Amazon to be the most powerful, whatever the hell you call it is on the planet, then create another one and we'll patronize that one.
Yeah.
Word. Because you can't beat that free 2-day shipping, bro.
Hell no.
And they did. We have a competitor to Amazon, actually.
Who?
Walmart Plus. Has anybody signed up for Walmart Plus? It's $98 a year.
No, I ain't know.
Walmart, do I get videos of Walmart Plus?
Yeah, word.
You get same day grocery delivery. That's the selling point for it right now.
I can get grocery delivery through Amazon. They got Whole Foods.
I mean, I can just go there the same day and get my groceries.
That's what it is. I mean, it's going to be price competitive for one, because
no, it makes sense. It makes sense, but I still think the one thing, like, is Amazon will always be on top when it comes to that, because I pay for Amazon. I pay for shipping, but I get movies. But I want to direct the top.
Not that Walmart represents the little people of the world. Like Walmart is another huge conglomerate who's trying to move over into another industry. So it's not like they're the savior of the
market.
Yo, Tommy, what you think about the Facebook thing, though?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe. Well, first of all, it's not that serious to me as a person. Where, I don't know, like Facebook is manipulating my life to a point where, something has to be done about it. Like either you on or you off. Like we're all a lot of us. We're all educated people. We know what real news and fake news is. We know what's real. We know the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So we choose to be on Facebook.
I thought we did.
Well, we
as a whole, yes. But
like I said, we're I can't speak for. There's a lot of lost people out here, and my thing is like when a political entity can decide what's proper, what's this and that's trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nobody's forcing me to be on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, like come up. This is capital. We're supposed to be America, right? And like certain people always like, yo, capitalism, free market, and freedom. Like, you're free to set up your own social media network or join another one. Like they're trying to do a Parler, who, for all the conservatives who feel like the news is against them, it's really not. They just don't allow racism and lies. But whatever. You know what I mean? But like, nobody's forcing us to be on there. Like, I don't wake up and think Facebook. Like, that's something I do during the course of my day.
Yeah.
It's not even to get, you know what I mean? So, like we're, and then if the government starts there, then what's next? What if they decide something's this or something's that? Like,
yeah, I think that's the part that bothers me. Like when Donald Trump, he forced the TikTok because he didn't like the fact that people were making those videos. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like, all right, because here's my issue. It's right now I'm seeing the government force one of the largest independent, in the sense, Facebook, places where people converse and people share news. And the only person I've heard really complain about not having their voice heard is the president when they're sharing, some of the stuff. Now I have heard Facebook with their security breaches and all that stuff. So I'm like, you have that. I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm watching them try to break this up, now try to overturn the elections after like all the states certified.
Yeah.
And now it's like you see the government talking about like, is Trump pardoning like people for money? Like, it's just everything is too tied up at the same time right now that it's hard for me to trust the motive right now for Facebook. Like, Facebook is the same today as it was last year. So what's the difference? And the only difference that I see is that we've been in this crazy presidential cycle, and between the election being over and now, it's like you got news going crazy in all directions, and you have no idea. Like, it's even hard to filter stuff because people are getting upset that you're filtering stuff, even if it's not true. So it's crazy, man. Like, it's all connected to me, so I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. The
and
timing
honestly,
throws it off.
I want, I'm not to say, I think a problem that a lot of people have with Facebook is also, Twitter also, you know what I mean? But like, they're like, who are they to fact check? And who are they to say what's true or not? Like, I do think to a certain degree, like, you gotta, certain lies you just can't have on there, because there are some people who take Facebook and Twitter news as the news. And as you could see by a lot of people living in this alternate reality where Trump didn't lose the election, like, like if you see something a couple times, some people, it's true. You know what I mean? So like, there does need to be some filter. You know what I mean? It's common sense, because if that's the case, then like, anybody could just say anything and then you don't know what's true. So there does have to be some type of filter. But we're all grown, like each of us, I mean, kids are kids, whatever. Like us on the, GoodFellaz here at the recap, like, we're all grown, college educated. We took classes on how to do research properly and what's real, and you know what I'm saying. So the moment when common sense and critical thinking is no longer
Relevant.
a part of the equation, like, it's you that's lost. It's not us that's lost. You can't control the company. Big A, what do you think about that?
I mean, honestly, like, it's crazy because you didn't have this conflict of information until we have our current president, who is Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump has always been a fascist against social media, like flat out. He's been that's how he's treated. He's treated social media as his biggest enemy because it shows him out to be a liar constantly. The social media has prominent itself as a source of information, of real honest information. And since the quote unquote scandal of the Russians infiltrating Facebook, and in the election for Donald Trump, he didn't have a problem with it. But now that the election came up and not his favor, now it's a problem. Now he wants to go back and say, the fake news, and now Facebook is a part of the fake news. No longer it's just Fox. Now it's Facebook. Is anybody who says anything otherwise than what he says, it's fake news. And it's sad that all the news outlets, all the media source outlets are all saying, even I heard it on ESPN radio, it's a sports network, they're saying that Trump, our president, is the source of fake news in the whole world. The whole world. That's sad.
Nobody lies more than that dude. I'm sorry.
He is the epitome of fake news. So it all goes back to the saying, you know, if you can't beat them, you join them, or you get rid of them. The old mob saying, you can't beat them, you join them, or you get rid of them. And he's trying to get rid of them before he leaves office, because you got to look back at the original contracts that was signed by the government that allowed Facebook to expand like it is. So now they're going back on it. It's got to be a reason. It's got to be a source of reasoning why they're going back on their own word, because the government literally legally signed these contracts to allow this company to expand like it is.
Yeah, they approved those acquisitions of Instagram, WhatsApp. They voted on it and they approved it. So
yes.
now
and that's and I said that's bipartisan. I think the bill to dissolve them is bipartisan, but I still think it's a grab at a source of information, at third party, just neutral information, in the sense that I've seen crazy posts on Facebook and I've scrolled by them and I've seen stuff on both sides who've posted things politically. I've seen, you know, cool stuff, racist stuff. Like, Facebook really is a place for people to just share information. And yes, the information should be monitored, but I think the whole idea to break them up and have them start selling certain assets, I don't agree the reasoning is what the reasoning they're saying is. And that's why I'm against it. Any other time I would contemplate it, because these kind of entities, social media in general, they do have so much power, and they've created this world where if you are social media popping, then that's life to some people. And I don't know if that's healthy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a different, you know, we're from a different era. So it is sometimes the mindset is different, but to me, like, it's just whoever controls that information is controlling, you know, the hearts of the people, if they don't want to look any further than just what they read. And most people don't even read past the headlines now. So I can see the need for it, but you got to be consistent. We can't be a capitalist society and free market and free everything, except when, like, rich companies fail, then you got to use socialism to bail them out, except for when, you know, policies or whatever bankrupt, or, you know, end up where half the country or people in the country need food and need money, and we don't have any, but guess what? We're gonna have to use socialism to bail them out. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, either we let the free market, like Shah said, let it do what it's due. Before Facebook, there was a before Facebook. Yeah. And, you know, eventually there will be an after Facebook. You know, there was no TikTok. You know what I mean? There was Vine. Like, these things come, they have their season, they go.
They evolve.
Yeah, like, you know, they evolved, they changed. There was no Snapchat. You know what I mean? Like, so, like you said, the people will move on when they feel like it's time to move on, I think. You know, if they feel like Facebook is getting too much and it's too invasive and it's too this and it's too that, then I think naturally you'll see the people move on to the next thing, and everybody will eventually follow. I don't think we need to start legislating that. That's when it gets a little communistic to me, and I don't like that.
A little intrusive.
Yeah, but when you gotta look at it, you know, remember at one point MySpace was like the epitome of social media. At one point, you know, you went from all these different social media platforms. You went from College Club, that, you know, which was popular at one point. College Club
brought it back, bro.
Yeah, College Club, and then you went from College Club, you went to Excite, because Excite had their little platform of social media at one point. And then from Excite, AOL became super popular after You Got Mail, the movie You Got Mail. You know, Yahoo, all these different platforms got popular as the years progressed, and as our generations and the generations under us started to kind of use it as a social way of communicating across the whole globe. And to the point, you got platform as big as Black Planet. Black Planet was before MySpace. You had Black Planet, Mi Gente, MySpace. Then you had, Facebook, which was only a college social platform before they went public. And then now everybody can socialize on it because it was such a popular thing amongst college students. So, the next, like Dav said, the next big thing is on its way if people feel like they need to move from it. But the thing is, I do agree that Facebook has become such of an entity that itself has been like its own world, because you can have a Messenger and you don't have to have the Facebook app on your phone, but you can still use Messenger, and then you can use the games. Like they studied how to graph people in different ways, and just having communication. Just even if you don't use Facebook, you use WhatsApp. WhatsApp itself is another platform of communication. So I do understand them saying they want to separate it, but it's all its own different entities. But
yeah,
it's just crazy that they're trying to now dictate to us what we should and should not be a part of.
Yeah. Yo, Karev, how do you feel? You feel like they need to break up Facebook?
Yep. Why not? It's all competition. It's all business. Why not? I've known for years that there was a competitor to Facebook that's been trying to get off the ground, but because of government legislation, they would not even let them in the game. And this thing they were doing was to bridge. Basically, it was to take over what's going on now. Basically, give music entertainers one major platform where they could do video and podcasts and stuff like this going on today through their thing, like a Facebook type of page. But it got blocked, and it was on the table for about like 2 years. And my thing is, what if that would have happened? How would Tidal and Spotify and all that would have changed? Would it have been more competition? Would we have gotten better bang for our buck? Even though Facebook is free, but you invest time. So would your time have been used more adequately? Would you have been able to make money off of it? So you don't really make money off of Facebook, because if people got to pay to see your posts, they're really making money off of you. Because we actually are the power of Facebook. So if it comes to a time where people can have choices, yes, I'm all for choice. I don't like to be force-fed. You have to do something. I don't like getting the app on my phone and Facebook has to be integrated into it. Me personally, why not bring competition? It's good to have more than one team in the game,
Okay, that's what's up. I read somewhere that Facebook made like $80 billion last year just off of advertising and everything that they do, which is a crazy amount of money.
Wow.
But by the way, we want to hear from y'all. Like I said, more than likely you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or one of them. We want to hear from y'all. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Should they break it up? Should they leave it alone? And who are they to judge? Which I feel like is a very important thing, because it all sounds good, but it's got to be for the right reason. There's a lot of people doing things that sound good for the wrong reason. Right. And I'm just not with it, man. I mean, let it evolve. I mean, Facebook didn't prevent TikTok from popping. It didn't prevent Snapchat from coming. So I feel like the argument where like no company can gain a foothold because they keep getting brought up, like don't get brought up. Snapchat said nah. I believe I don't know TikTok, but I know like there's a few companies who are like nah, we're good, and they went on to do their own thing. So it's all about the sources. I don't trust
free market economy
sources. Yeah, especially when the people who are trying to do it have a ulterior motive. Like like they're worried about who's controlling the information, but who really you got to worry about who wants to control the information after them.
Yeah,
we really want the government dictating information, what we can see. Because let's say that the government was able to have a say over Facebook and other social media. They're kind of dictating what's truth and what's facts. Mm-hmm. Once you got a government organization deciding what's real and what's not, what's fact. First of all, that sounds like that. What's that novel, 1984? You guys read that?
Sounds like
I heard of it.
Yeah. Like their motto was like, it's a political book, but it's like, do you really want the government in 2020 telling you what's real and what's not?
Well, we already are. That's what they tried.
They're already doing
Yeah,
it.
but now we're at the point where people are living in this alternate reality, like I said, where Trump never lost and this
He
is
didn't
real and this
lose.
is fake.
He
You know what
didn't
I'm saying?
lose. He didn't lose. He
Bro,
just
a
didn't
couple weeks
win.
ago, I was on 22.
Mhm.
I was on Route 22, and it was a whole like parade of people with they Trump flags and this group for Trump, women for Trump, and all that.
Wow.
After the election, like, didn't y'all lose? What are y'all doing?
It's
Wow.
the power of
A lot of
grabbing
them
someone
said,
by the
"Stop,
pussy. They
stop
don't know
the
what to
fear."
think or how to act. Shout out to Donald Trump, one of the best presidents ever, because he made America what it is. And he showed you what America truly is. America's hateful. America's based on idea. America's based on craziness. And Donald Trump gave us the new Google term, alternative facts, which means lies. So if you can't see that Trump showed you what America truly is, there is a problem. He didn't lose. He just didn't win.
All right. And with
I'm
that,
about
we
to
will
say
see my
that's the
man
words. That's
Rev
the
on
words that
Parler.
end it.
You know what I mean? You know, shout out to everybody tuning in right now. We want to hear from y'all. It's your boy Tommy Guns. My man Dav Noble AEP presents, where you could get real entertainment news and all that information. Let them know about the Facebook. Oh, let them know about the Facebook group. We can't bring it up now.
Word, since we talk about Facebook. Yeah, yo. What's up? Yeah, come to the Facebook group, man. A.E.P presents First Thoughts. It's a pop culture group, man. Right now, we got some posts talking about the new Marvel news. Bunch of new Marvel shows coming out. Got some new information about that. The new Star Wars shows coming out. We got a couple of episodes of the recap on there, man. Some movie reviews, TV reviews, elimination joint, man. It's a fun time, man. You should be there like right now.
Donald Trump approved.
Donald Trump approved.
Yeah, Heritage Hip Hop, my man Karev. Yeah, speaking of alternatives to the same old music BS and music websites online, Karev, let them know how crazy the site is and let them know the big things you got going on, man, because y'all doing it over there.
Thank you for the shout out. Heritage Hip Hop is more than music. It's all about bringing you your future favorite artists to you today. And by the time this come out, we have our talk show come back, the Mike Council, where we talk to members of the 5% Nation of Gods of Earth to see those lessons still hold up to society today. So hip hop is more than the music that you listen to. If it really is a culture, it has to do with politics, entertainment, and more so knowledge of self and morality. So we bring that to you on heritagehiphop.com. So please visit the site. Let us know what you like. And if you don't like it, well, that's an alternative fact.
All right. And reporting live from the
That's
Trump
amazing.
Caravan on Route 22, my man Shaw Montana. Let them know where they can reach you at, bro.
Did you say a Trump Caravan?
Shaw, you heard me?
Yeah, you just a dweeb, bro. I just wanted to tell you.
You have to think about that?
You're a dweebrew Israelite, man. GOTHYQ on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
I know she's denied being on that Trump Caravan, though.
I wasn't in the Trump Caravan.
Yo, bugging. Hey, yo.
I was driving on 22 for work, and they were just driving past me and around me and stuff, and like, oh, they just annoying.
So they were around you.
Yo,
come on, man.
I'm playing.
Why did I misread this?
What you gonna say, bad bitch?
Yeah, word, yo.
Star Wars bad bitch.
Yo.
Star Wars twerking. That's what's up, yo.
Yo, son.
Yo, Big A. Let them know where they can reach you out real quick.
Yo, I swear it's just juice I'm drinking. Yo, I'm Big A. You can check me out at AHDAYR with my brothers, GoodFellaz, GoodFellazTV.com. You got GoodFellaz, you got Tommy Guns, you got Shy, you got Dav, my man Karev. We all, everybody on our platforms, man. Check us out, man.
It's a Star Wars show I gotta see, yo.
Tommy, let them know how to reach you, Tommy.
Yo, it's your boy Tommy Guns. You can check me out. Facebook, of course. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, of course. Tommy Guns. And, of course, GoodFellazTV.com. Real news, latest music, hot chicks, everything that you need. We got the interview, of course. The recap videos is up there, so you can stay tuned to all, not only the latest, but previous episodes of the recap. And man, just make sure you check that out, man, because we got a lot of stuff going down. It is not Parler approved, unfortunately, but it's all good.
No alternative facts. No alternative facts.
Oh man.
This is the recap. We gotta go pay these bills. We're gonna come back. We got more to talk about. And man, you know, until then, see y'all on the radio.
All right.
Peace.